Good afternoon. I want to take a few moments to share with you three more C's today, our final three C's for this week to help you with your emotional and spiritual immunity. Hopefully, it'll help with your immune system in these areas. I'm going to be sharing with you today from our living room, a little different than the porch ponderings, but these could be living room moments, I guess. But at any rate, want to share these three with you. The three C's that I have for you today. The first one is consideration. And when I talk about consideration, the ways that we show and the ways that we personify consideration in our life is the things that we spend time on, the things that we value, the things that we truly invest in, the things we consider or we have consideration for, or the people and relationships we have consideration for, we will spend time on. So I encourage you to think about that when you think about how you're measuring your time and how you're using your time. The things you show consideration for are the things you're going to spend time on. Secondly, the second C is one that might surprise you. The second C is the area of complications. Now, complications are things that definitely we can relate to right now in our lives because we're facing more complications probably in the area of schedule, maybe in the area of finances, maybe in the area even of personal relationships. We are facing more complications in those areas than we may have ever faced in our lives right now. Let me emphasize something in regard to the complications in our life. Your complications and how you deal with them are going to take extra effort in order to overcome. Now, extra effort is not something that I say lightly. It's something that you're going to have to measure how much energy that you're putting into some of these things, and also get a better understanding of when you're putting that effort in, how you are putting effort into making change. Because oftentimes we put effort into things and we do a lot of wasted energy and wasted effort. So be very careful with your complications in life that you do not allow them to get too much power over you by overthinking or by wasted effort. Okay, so these are your first two C's. Consideration, again, what you're giving consideration to, and secondly, complications and how much effort they are taking to overcome. And then the last one, and this is the one that I really wanted to drive home today and that I wanted you to take with you, and I felt very strongly about, was the area of compassion. Compassion is our third C, and it is the strongest C when it comes to your immunity in regard to your emotions and your spiritual life. When we practice compassion, we find that we are strengthened from the inside out. When we practice compassion, we begin to be other-centered rather than self-centered. And when we are other-centered, we find our true, most altruistic self. Okay, so I really want you to think about how you're showing compassion, how you're sharing it with one another. This is Maundy Thursday of Holy Week. Jesus showed compassion for his disciples during this time by expressing his love for them through servanthood, through the washing of the disciples' feet, and then also in sharing the Passover meal with them and talking with them about his journey to Golgotha and giving himself for us. So it's a very powerful time during his life in ministry. And I wanted to share with you a scripture regarding compassion that I think is very appropriate for this time of year. But it's found back in Matthew chapter 9, verse 36, where it says these words: "When he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion for them, because they were weary and scattered like sheep having no shepherd." Boy, folks, we can relate to that right now, can't we? Feeling scattered, feeling split up, feeling uneasy, feeling unhinged maybe, feeling the issue of being disenfranchised to some degree, wondering what is going to come next. All those things can grip us. I encourage you right now to lean upon and to hold to this area of being compassionate and other-centered, even when you're tempted to pull in and to become self-focused. Let's practice these C's today. And let me know how I can be a better help. Let me know how these things are speaking to you, okay? So that we can continue to be a blessing and a help in the days ahead, because we definitely want to be an encouragement and we definitely want to be a source of light to you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day and a blessed Maundy, Thursday this Holy Week. We'll see you tomorrow on the porch.